So I had this idea of actually making Battle of the Teikari second part. I've been reading this book about the sea battles in Gulf of Finland during the Second World War, and that gave me like a inspiration. So let's get to the... So Gulf of Vyborg is here, and the island of Teikari is here. You can actually find it from the map. The Playful Island is the it's known with that name. And with a real map, you can actually see the sea power map isn't like a super accurate. In any case, the Kotka Harbor is here, and this Vyborg's Bay. Yep. Here's the Playful Island. So this was for, I think, the one of the few or the only time when the year was 1944. So Finnish Navy sent out all of its major surface assets to defend the island from the amphibious landing. Of course, it's very inland, so that was bad call, but mostly like because the aircraft attacked. So new border is here, but we can make a slightly fictional scenario where we are trying to defend the island from the amphibious landings. So Battle of the Vyborg Bay is the historical event, and it was like the battle was like a 5th to 7th July 1944. So the Soviet landing attempt on Teikari began on morning of 5th July, and they got even like tanks to the shore. On 4th and 5th July, Finnish Navy, supported by several German AFP gunboats, made several raids to Vyborg Bay in an attempt to disrupt the Soviet landings. Heavy Soviet resistance from shore artillery, numerous motor torpedo boats, at least 11 apparently, and Soviet Air Force, like something into 20 to 40 aircraft. None of the Finnish ships were sunk, and most of them suffered casualties. So this is it, basically the idea which we are going to build for. June 5th, 1985. Apparently slightly bad visibility, and then it's good idea to just save the mission. Not always like save under custom mission, because it's on default it's going there. So I think our group is starting here. Then we need to start to think about the challenge. And this is like Finnish Navy Mod. So what the Navy had was, these were like Second World War ships, but they have been like a Finnish Navy used the same names for newer ships. So Hämeenmaa, Uusimaa, and Turunmaa, and VMBs, motor torpedo boats, which we can actually supplant with the Nuoli class. So this is basically only mission I can actually imagine be having like a two ships of this type. It's a Riga class, escort basically. I don't think they need better torpedoes. And then we have a Turunmaa class gunboat. Sorry about that. I don't know what's with the name. I thought I set it up pretty well. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you need to give them a name when you are selecting the ship. Add unit. No. Sometimes this is slightly funny. Okay. Probably it works. So we have was divided to two groups. I wonder what we should use for the gun barges. Probably we wouldn't need. Okay, so Turma is basically in its own group. Remove. So my idea is to get them close into the gunner range and start gunner battle. Or that's the idea at least. So I'll get the I get the mission working first, then I'm wondering about the triggers and stuff. All right. So if we just forget the barges, we can go over 9 knots, which is probably what Finns should have done in a real deal, anyways. For the for the torpedo boats, I've noticed that these don't always want to go near each other. So I was thinking of mix of weaponry here. At least one AA gunboat, so we have anti-air missiles, because they will come in handy. I wonder if 2 is too much. I don't know. Let's get closer. You shouldn't put these vessels too close, because then the game gets funny. Although close escort distances are pretty normal in Gulf of Finland and Baltics. So that's about it. Pretty far away. I would hope that it's not like a 10 nautical miles always. This escort distance, that might be like a good for the aircraft carrier, but nothing much else. Okay, so both formations are slightly loose. And this island here shouldn't be here, but yeah, it is. So can't do anything about it. So I was thinking, I've added the ground forces usually just to be the guys who are stepped on. And that's why we need like these land units to be there to be stepped on. Or give a illusion of that actually there's something going on. I'll put a platoon here and give them like a SPAA. Very gamistic feel, but that's how it is. This bay here. Apparently, yes, it's going very well. Yep, as you can see, there's no dry land here. Okay, this is pretty good. So here we can see the picture from the I think this is the Second World War example, but so the Soviet assault came from the sea, landing behind the defenders who are engaged, and there's this picket line of motor torpedo boats that are meant to MTB defensive patrol line, the reach here. So they always have this picket line of actually protecting the landing ships. Never know that heavy IPC or tank would have a hard time staying afloat. Good to know. Yeah, it's not all military commanders understand that part as well. And I'm going to just add artillery here. Of course, we don't have every piece of equipment in a Soviet arsenal, but something really good can be found from the Vietnam had like a pretty old stuff, like a 130mm P30 battery. That is actually pretty okay. One 130 was a pretty powerful caliber, so heavy gun. Okay, the motor torpedo boat can now get even close when we have a fog. Fog of war, basically. Okay, it's you don't see everywhere, and that's pretty great. So adds more guesswork. And you could have like a triggers and whatnot. To change the mission to suit your needs, so different groups appear at different locations and whatnot. So even with the current triggers, you can get like lots of variety for the mission. And also there should be like some minefields over here, so we can actually put some of them there. I wonder if the tank can drive into the sea mine. Now the visibility is much poorer. So
Track 7001 is classified. Hostile vehicle. Track. Transmit active sonar.
okay.
Sonar. We've been hit. Contact faded. Track 7003. Hit track 700. We're hit.
Okay, we lost the defenders. Need to adjust that. Of course, if I change their quality to these D72s, that's much better.
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering eye.
And Turma group shouldn't be like this fast. Okay, motor torpedo boats are actually getting a drop on these ships.
Secure active sonar. Sonar eye. Surface search on.
Yep,
Radar eye.
like that.
Multiple surface contacts detected. Surface search on. Radar eye. New surface engaging track 7005. Salvo fire. Engaging track 7004. Salvo fire. Engage track 7005. Salvo fire. Hit track 7005. New surface contact detected.
Okay. Pretty nice. I wonder if they are launching any torpedoes.
New surface contact detected. We're hit.
And the artillery is standing pound. Actually going pretty well.
7005 is classified. Hostile warship.
Okay. Sounds pretty good. I noticed that I'm thinking what the player should do and what the player shouldn't do, like as game design. But if you don't want these to come here, they can come a lot later. Okay, it doesn't look so bad. Okay, and then the biggest issue. I'm going to give the Soviets an air base. At least for the aircraft to go and reload. But also that maybe in the future AI can launch aircraft airstrikes or something. custom air group actually works now. So test everything here. Let's make MiG-17s, well, LIM-6, MiG-17s and MiG-23s mostly. So we need to get here to defend from these landing ships. In order that we need to break through the artillery and the torpedo boats. Yay! So this is getting worse by the minute, and that's exactly what we need and want. Okay, then we can start making triggers. First trigger would be like a briefing. And you always need like a condition. Add condition. I don't know when the generic is actually going to fire up. It's not always acting like I would want. Condition time, so game starts in a 6. 6 o'clock. So in 10 seconds it would, like a condition would actually happen. We don't need the area, and we need to like set up the message. Blue side message and red side message. Basically, if this is pretty interesting, but because usually you would like need to set up only like one side. But if you have like a mission that can be played from the both sides, but then you have like different version of the mission. So I don't know why you are showing the both side messages, unless you are developers are going to give us at some point chance to like make a head-to-head missions or missions that you can play through the internet against your friends or something. Let's see what happens. Only one. Huh.
Birds away, track 7004.
Okay, there's more of them.
Bandits. Multiple air contacts detected. New air contact detected. Engage. Birds away, track 7012. Engage track 70. Engaging track 7013. New air contact detected.
And now player is going to waste all the expensive missiles on the MiG-17, which is going to be a sorely like a very bad case when the MiG-23s. Okay, so so they got the one ship already. Yep, understandable. That can happen.
Engaging track 7005. Salvo fire.
So exactly, timing is a bit off, but otherwise it's pretty good.
Engaging track 7007.
Okay, so we can.
New air Contact detected.
Can't shoot with the cannons, but yeah. Close in defense is only like with the 40 millimeters.
Engage track 700.
The planes are definitely going to make a short work of the...
Surface contact detected.
Okay, now they are spotting the mine
Contact
clearers.
away. Track 7007. Engaging track 7007. Engage track 7008. Contact faded. Track 7009. Multiple air contacts detected. Birds
Okay,
away. Track.
missed.
Track.
Okay.
Contact faded. Weapon air. Engaging track 7007.
Ah, they are wanting something.
Air contacted. We're seeking all hands abandoned ship. Track 70.
Okay, what deep? We lost the Turma glass.
Splash track 7. Track 7007.
I suppose those bombs are pretty bad. Okay, then the weaponry. FAB 500 is when it hits, it's going to kill a ship. So, cash. Yep, cash. All right. So, let's continue the interesting world of triggers. So we added the briefing trigger, and it's kind of works. It kind of works. Okay. So what I want to do is we are going to spawn a tank. And yes, I know that we can't actually spawn tanks, but what we can do is the next best thing ever. And that's just like a make a group. And this group 17 can be somewhere like here. Not going to get to the battle. Nobody's ever going to see it unless we have this spawn tank. Add condition. And this is actually working correctly in after latest update. Unit enters area. At condition position here, we can actually adjust it. So when certain unit hits the beach here, the first one. Let's put it to the red side so we are not going to see the triggers. I sometimes forget. Groups. First Robucha class. Yep, it's here. Minimum units 1. Units in a group. Add. So these are no condition units. When the condition unit is one condition unit is in this place, it's going to spawn the tank. And it's going to we can place it like this. Or like this. Now at a trigger position here. Area visible to side, none. And this teleport to position. You can also like check the position now, which is that's pretty useful in certain situations. Action units. Now, when the ship gets here, the T-72 is going to be spawned here, and it's going to start to move. It's going to reform its formation. Sure, that's automatic, but it's going to go towards this waypoint here. because it was already going there. Easy. And now we do the same thing 3 times. When doing the triggers, these groups should be named after the, so you can actually understand what you are doing. Yep. All right. So. Sorry about that. So trigger, name this spawn tank 2. Add condition, unit enters area, condition position here. Condition here. Second draw butcher class. It's in here. Trigger position here. And I think it's going to appear in the middle of this trigger. So there's no like a randomization inside this sphere. None. None. Okay. Action units. That's fine. And maybe you should like make a message that come on, enemies landing, offloading tanks from its landing ships or something. So we can actually definitely go and make that. Okay, that's enough. Escape trigger. It's starting with the disabled. So escape is now enabled. So when the trigger is enabled, it can launch. And we can actually have the escape trigger here because it's not going to launch until we have failed the mission. All right. And then we have a condition, add condition. Unit enters the area. And you can actually add several groups here to the same condition units. So you can have like from the 2 different task force units. Minimum units 1. Now, because this is starting as a disabled trigger, we don't need to bother of our units starting from the inside of the exit area. Let's check it out.
On station.
And something horrible is once again happening. Don't know why, but it's happening. Anything else we can do? About the winning condition, I'm not having too much hopes of player winning this scenario, because that's not how the things are stacked in a real life. But, well, cards are stacked. But I suppose there should be like some criteria that you can tell player that good boy, it works. And I think that should be done through the play testing. So if you are creating a mission, you should have it play tested. And it's going to take like a long time, longer time than actually planning the mission. And look at the time fly. We have been like creating this mission for a long time. But yeah, this is how it actually works. You spend a ridiculous amount of time to make something seemingly simple.
On station.
Yep, not launching. I think the loose trigger is the most important, because sometimes you need to like have a honor rules and judge by yourself.
Air search on. Radar high.
Can you beat the mission, and is it completed like it should be? Okay, and here we can actually see there's this area that we need to fix. So I think that there were like 4 triggers. But anyway, it's the spawn, and now we have been using the condition and trigger. Okay, so position, area visible to sight. This is like a default, which I'm not liking at all. And too bad when you click here, it's not going to change the trigger at the left side. So you need to manually remove these. Okay, that's not a. Yeah, one teleport to position was missing. Interesting. Okay, now it's actually changing. So if I click the condition, it's not changing the trigger, but click the trigger, it's going to change. Very interesting. These are paired. So why can't I change the trigger when I click the condition? Like, what's the reason? Just asking. What else? Yeah, and I was hopelessly lost, because these triggers had like a their visible setting as well. Okay, so now we don't have an extra. You can always see that I have been forgetting to remove these, so many of my missions. But yeah, this definitely would need like some drawing tools that draw line here, and there's a attack coming here and naval unit here. So some rudimentary drawing tools would be like great, so you can actually embellish this map a bit. So that's how you create a mission. Of course, we don't know how easy or hard this mission is. We know that you are getting like royally bombed by the planes, which I'm still thinking maybe I should like just put guns on them. But yeah, it's all about testing. It's all about testing and giving the scenario, and not all scenarios need to be fair, because life isn't kind of fair ordeal. But yeah, I need to finish this, and then I'm going to publish it. Probably going to have a mission update with for the Finnish Navy Mod, with the several missions which I have been playing, and don't know about any units yet, but there has been like small details, small updates and stuff like that. Nothing too grandiose coming, I'm afraid. So anyway, this was Peli-Rami, a sea power, a bit of my workflow. How do I design missions? Still staying on the Gulf of Finland and Baltics, near water to me. And I hope if you are planning to design your own sea power missions, get on with it. It's something you are going to learn by doing.